Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Thursday, August 27th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We loves that for you. We loves that for you. Whatever doesn't fit, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. I got pickles in here. I know. You're too cute. Come on. Pickle. Come on. Jump. Well, I want you to jump. You're being silly. I don't want her to jump on me because I'm afraid she'll jump on the thigh where I got my tattoo. I don't want that. Right? We don't want that. That would not be good. Chris would shoot you. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com. My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. He also sells his decks in the TikTok shop. What? You're so needy. I know. Oh, look at that boot. See, now Bubbles is crying out there. All right. Go lay down. You okay? Huh? Oh, you're going to be a problem child, aren't you? Yes, you are. This is Mrs. Pickles. She's my familiar. My precious baby. She's the tiniest of all four cats. She literally weighs like 3 or 4 pounds. I'm not kidding. I call her the Forever Kitten because she still looks like a kitten. I know, you're that tiny. I'm kicking you out now. You gotta go be with your friends. That was Homer at the door, not Bubbles. He's probably insulted. I was gonna put on one of my new hats from Starved Rock that I bought, but it's too hot. I mean, it's not hot, but it's too hot. Yeah. I wore one this morning. I got a really cool tie-dye one. I always wanted a Cubby's hat in tie-dye, and I could never find it. So I got one from Starved Rock instead. And then I got a beanie cap, a really cute beanie cap. But obviously that's more winter. Plus my hair is raunchy. I didn't want to get my hair in, like, you know. I was out walking all day, shopping, walking. We got one on the table. And I'm just going to apologize in advance. I just uploaded the video for the collective. I think I'm starting to get my fall allergy, so like my nose is itchy and all that. So if I'm continuously touching my nose, it's because I have allergies. I got 3 on the table. Four on the table. Five on the table. My nose. Six on the table. We got 7 cards on the table, 1 in reverse. Let's do 2 more shuffles. 8 on the table, 1 in reverse. No major. Last shuffle. 9 on the table, 10 on the table. Okay, this one. Let me look at this one. Okay. Ooh, 11 with bottom of the deck. No major. 1 card in reverse. Oh. Bottom of the deck. Death. Top of the deck. 10 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups. Huh. That's like a whole other story there with like 20 tarot cards. Okay, so I'm just, because there's like 12 cards here. I'm not even kidding. An Empress or an Emperor energy. Somebody that didn't realize that they were this close to a 10 of Cups, and now they are hermiting with the Hermit card. With the 10 of Swords, this is someone very much in their head. But they, with the Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups, like they're coming to the realization. 7 of Swords, they were dishonest with themselves. They were lying to themselves. It's almost like somebody knew another person or another situation was their 10 of Cups, and they didn't go towards it for whatever reason. And they have that rude awakening, like God's like, dude, you fucked up on that one. Great. We got 3 of Swords, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. We got the Knight of Wands in reverse, Ace of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. Feminine, masculine, take heart, resonates, it doesn't matter. I know there's a lot of kings. Look at this. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, and the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Huh. Maybe that little read at the top of the deck was onto something. So here's the deal. Like the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, same person. Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, same person. And you could say the king is a queen and the queen is a king, or 2 kings or 2 queens. It doesn't matter. Because here's the thing. This is one person's energy, but it's like someone looking like at what was and what could be, should be, will be. Because I'm not going to lie, it gives off like this King of Cups and Queen of Cups went through some type of breakup, okay, some type of heartbreak. And after going through their own spiritual realignments, healing, on the other side of that, they're going to come out the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And whoever these couples are, right? Whoever this couple is, because technically it's one couple moving from one energy to another. Whoever this couple is, when they go through their spiritual transformations, their death and their rebirth, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, they don't really have an interest in each other like they did before when they were on that other level. But now that they're a little higher up, they've gone through some things and they're apart, it's like they don't really have any interest in each other. But with the Five of Swords, like there's going to be some type of meeting, some type of meetup, some type of call or text saying, "Hey, do you want to meet? Do you want to get together?" Because with the Nine of Pentacles, they're both King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, right? Like, look at this. Tell me this is not King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Rob Barthelman put on King of My right ear just went in and went out. Rob Barthelman put on the King of Pentacles card reliability, and he put on the Queen of Pentacles card practicality. The Nine of Pentacles is self-sufficiency. Like whoever these two people were that went through this death and rebirth, went through this spiritual growth, went through this healing period, like they both are able to take care of themselves. They're just fine on their own. They can stand alone. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it very much gives off like twin flame energy. It very much gives off like twin flame energy. Because even though these two technically like didn't heal each other together, but they still like went through something together where they broke up, like they're not together, and they're each going through their own transformations in their own time. And technically that's fine. That's how twin flames can work, right? You don't have to heal each other together. You trigger each other to heal. And the ultimate goal is for the universe to bring these two twin flames back together. Does that happen all that often? In my opinion, no. No, it does not. Because a lot of times one of them will heal, the other one won't heal, the other one will heal like 20 years later, whatever. But it very much gives two people healing, able to stand on their own 2 feet individually, not really interested in each other because they were already there, right? They already had a connection in their minds. It didn't work out. But it's kind of like It's kind of like God saying, no, you know what? Like, we're going to make this happen. Like, I'm determined to make this happen. And it's kind of funny because with the Five of Swords, like, there's going to be some type of moment where these two re-meet, right? It could be by chance. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like one calls the other. It could just be by chance. And with the Nine of Wands, Rob Barthelman put on their fortitude. To me, that's just another word for strength. Nine of Wands in reverse, vulnerability. For these two people to get back in a connection, they're going to need both of those. They're going to need to be vulnerable with each other, but also stand in their own strength and have strength for each other. Because that twin flame connection is not the easiest connection. And if there was some type of situation where like there was a breakup of some kind, whatever that entails, and they both went off to heal on their own and do their own thing, you got to remember that two people, especially if they come back together by chance, there's gonna be probably some animosity there. There's gonna be some questions there. But at the end of the day, if you can be open and honest about your journey, if these two people can be open and honest about their journey with each other, and where they are on that journey, because one might be farther ahead than the other, or they might be on the same level, who knows? I'm always going to say that the truth is always going to be paramount in any connection. If you don't have the truth, if you don't have honesty, then what do you have? You know? And I said at the beginning that this is like one person's energy because it's almost like, and don't laugh at me, do not laugh at me when I say this. Either whoever the queen is or whoever the king is, or maybe both of them, but it gives off like one person's energy of thinking about this situation. Like I used to think about my twin flame all the time, like we broke up, what happened to them, that like that kind of energy. And then when you get together, months, years later, like somebody looks back on it all like it's not, I wouldn't say like all the time, but like somebody's looking back on it and recognizing the journey. Do you know what I mean? Like the journey of life. Like two people having to go out and do their own thing and be their own person. And a year later, 10 years later, 20 years later, these two people come back together. And I've said this how many times in the last couple of weeks? How many times have I said this? What is meant for you will never leave you. It feels like somebody leaves, but when they come back, if they come back, like that's meant to happen. It's up to you to use your intuition to know whether this is supposed to be like a good connection or a negative connection, right? It's up to you to know your energy and to know when your energy is being thrown off by something or someone that's not good. But like when I look at these cards, this is good. Like this is really two people working on themselves separately. and then at some point coming back together like two totally different people. And I'm just going to be honest. Like I think about where I was when I went through my separation and my divorce to where I am now. I am a totally different person. I am a totally different person. I don't know how anybody could look at me and think I'm the same fucking person, honestly. If you do, then you don't know me and you never did and you don't want to see me because I am not the same person I used to be. I am not. Like I know I'm not. like I know I'm not. And granted, you know, like I say, we're always healing, so it's not like I'm not perfect, right? I would never claim to be perfect. I'm just a human like anyone else. I need advice. I need guidance just like everybody else, you know. I need inspiration, you know. People tell me, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but people tell me all the time that I'm inspiring. You inspire me. Other people inspire me. I need inspiration, right? Again, I'm only human. But it's funny because I think literally right now in this moment, I'm literally just thinking of this for the first time. Like if somebody from 2022 or before were to come back into my life, I think they would find a very different person sitting here. I don't think they might get glimpses of me from the past, right? Because, you know, there's some things I want to hold on to. There's bits and parts of me that I love, right, from the past. But I am not the same person at all. I would hope you would not be, right? Like, and that's the thing about being a healing human. You should always be evolving. You should always be changing. You should always be growing. You should always be enlightened and having those epiphany moments. I mean, that's all a part of being here. Otherwise, why are we here? We need to continue to elevate mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, physically, all of that. Otherwise, you're just sitting there in stagnation. Otherwise, I would still be the same person I was, you know, 3, 4 years ago. I know I'm not. Yeah, this is like somebody, like two people together for a second go around, right? And one of them, maybe one of them for sure, looking back on the past and being like this is our story. Like this is our love story. Okay, I'm sure there's a better example out there, but if you okay, was that my cat or was it a cat outside? um if you ever watched the movie While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock, um was it While You Were Sleeping? No, Harry Met Sally? Was it Harry Met Sally? With Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal? I think it was When Harry Met Sally. I think it was When Harry Met Sally. At the beginning or the middle, definitely at the end, they show all these couples talk about like how they got together, like older couples. And um there was this one couple that they were on their second or third marriage together. Like they had gotten married when they were younger, then they got divorced, they married separate people, or he married somebody else, and then they got back together. Like it was a whole thing, but him and her were older, and they're sitting on the couch and they're talking about like their little love story. And that's what this kind of reminds me of. Like somebody looking back and being like, well, this is how we started out, and then it didn't work out and we broke up because of this, that, and the other, and then we went our separate ways and we did our own thing and we became our own people, and then we kind of came back together, like it's somebody like looking back on the journey, which is really nice, I think. And I don't know why, but I keep picturing like a woman like in the kitchen doing dishes, and she's got on one of those simple dresses from like the 50s 60s or 60s 70s. Not 70, probably like 50s 60s, kind of like just like a simple plain dress with like a short capped sleeve, a collar, and then like a kind of like a button down to the waist, kind of like white, or maybe like white with like a blue stripe, or like a blue like striped square like pattern on it. It looks white, but if you look at it closely, I think there's some color in there. And she's got like darker hair, but it's kind of pulled back, kind of like in a bun, but kind of sloppy because she's got like tendrils, on the thinner side. No fancy nails. And I don't think she's wearing a ring or anything. But the kitchen is really, it's lit up by daylight. It's not like a light, like a ceiling light or anything like that. Like it's lit up, like there's windows in the kitchen, because I can see her clear as day. Like towel drying dishes. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a great day and or evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.